and they gonna stand their ground. They gonna something. What about your friends? That like button. Are they gonna stand their ground? Gotta watch your friends, man. You better watch your homies. You better watch your brother. Man, what it do? Man, what it is, my nigga. Alright? Motherfucking rise and shine. Rise and grind. Alright? Oh, what it do, Such Shalom? Hey, man, watch your friends, man. Try to tell you. You got friends, you know, in quotation marks. You got friends out here stealing $175 million from niggas. Keep an eye on. Man, Floyd Mayweather, man. 175 M's, yo. I'm trying to see, you know, how this is going to end. For real. My man went from being a motherfucking honorary rabbi to having somebody steal 175 million from him. Might need to go out there and Floyd Israel. Yeah, I seen one of them the other day. I don't know what the infatuation with Dirk is and lying on that nigga and I don't know. I think it's the police. I told you I think a lot of them drill places is ran by the police. Floyd, I'm trying to put some tags in this video. Oh, hey, man. What's the guy that Floyd Mayweather sweet? How you spell that nigga name? Jonah. That nigga said, Jonah, you're like a brother to me. And before we talk about this, we gotta go back to that interview. RECHNITZ. We gotta go back to that interview. You know, not that interview. We gotta go back to that press conference he did in Israel, man. We got to. It's the only way. You know, it's the only way we can provide context. Like I just think that shit is hilarious. I promise you, yo, if you go back to the video I did when we first heard he was talking like this about these people, I guarantee you be like, damn. I told him. You say he's like a brother to me. He's like a brother to me. That's some fucked up ass brothers, bro. I don't think I've ever steal nothing from me. You feel me? Gotta be careful when you call your out this bitch. That means something. You feel me? That means something, man. Just be out here calling random motherfuckers your brother. Get that boy all that access to his money. That man had full access to that man money, man. I'm trying to real YouTube be playing games, yo. God damn, yo. Did y'all get notifications? Like, yo, they don't need to be sending out notifications to niggas. That shit crazy. Floyd Mayweather, rabbi. That nigga said he was the honorary rabbi. I need to, man. Cause YouTube playing, man. I need to switch it all up. Go over the kick or something. You know what I mean? Cause YouTube playing dope fiend games. Playing dope fiend games. All right, y'all. So, like I said, before we get in anything, we gotta start off with the press conference. The press conference heard around the world. Floyd Mayweather proclaiming his Israeli, his Israeli ties. I mean, his ties to the Israeli people. It's stupid. Look. Look, he wondering why they celebrating them. That's why. Look, that's why now it makes sense, man. You understand? Now I know why. You remember when we first watched this? Yo, we like, yo, they got this nigga coming out the Rocky, like they really celebrating this boy. But now it makes sense. You know, they were stealing from him. You understand? Yo, like I said, it's called rocking them to sleep. So what we're doing is we're giving you all the accolades. We're praising you, but at the same time stealing from you. So what it is, Scott? So as we're praising him and praising him and praising him, he's so blind, stupid, and dumb, he think they praising him for his support of Israel. No, we praising you for your monetary support of Israel. You feel me? Nothing else. Like, strictly monetary. You know, things that you did on record and things that you might not necessarily know about. You know, certain investments that you made that is unbeknownst to you at the time. Yeah, they got this man coming out the Rocky. The Rocky. Check him out, y'all. Like, ain't no way, y'all. Ain't nobody been a part of this. I'd be like, yo, cut the music. Yo, we is not doing this. You know what I mean? We ain't doing this, y'all. Like, if y'all gonna come out and y'all wanna praise me, we ain't playing Rocky. We ain't playing Rocky, yo. Cut Rocky off. We gonna come out here regular. I don't need y'all waving flags all in my face. You know what I mean? Like I'm the Jewish prime minister. Like, we don't need that, yo. Look, they happy as a bitch. He all smiles. All you see is his teeth. Look at it. Yo, all you see is his teeth. He is happy as a bitch they stealing from him. But he don't even know yet. He think it's all, it's all love. Check him out. Look at him, yo. They probably like, this kid, he's the stupidest nigga we ever fucking met in our life. Everybody in there know they stealing from him except for him. Like, even people that's in attendance, they know they stealing. He the only one. Hey, yo, he's the only one at this event that don't know. Yo, his money probably funded this event. You understand? Yo, what if this event was paid for by Floyd Mayweather? Yo, so they made him pay for an event that they praised him at. That's what happened, y'all. I'm telling you. Upon information and belief, I believe that he paid for this whole event. He probably even brought the ladies' dresses. Don't even know that shit, but they know. Yeah. Go ahead, Mayweather. Look. Look at him. That man is elated. Like, he just can't believe it. Like, yo, these people really love me. these people really appreciate me, man. For all I've done, all my contributions, known and unknown. Yo, this guy is fucking stupid. Yo, he need to make a statement. Like, I guarantee if you was to ask this nigga on record publicly, he probably still be like, yo, I stand with the Israeli people. Nothing is going to stop me from backing the Israelis. I'm trying to tell you, if you ask him. Somebody need to ask that nigga that shit at the next event that he come out. Like, yo, how do you feel about these people now, Money May? You know, are you still the honorary rabbi? He probably like, man, fuck yeah. You know, I'm not going to let, I'm telling you what he going to say. He going to say, you know, I ain't going to let, you know, one bad guy, you know, spoil my relationship with the rest of the crew. No, I ain't going to do that. You know, I don't think that's fair. That's what they going to say, y'all, if they was to ever ask him.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are friends, there are supporters, then there is greatness. Tonight, we recognize a man who's discovered that the measure of greatness is written not only in championship titles, gold, belts, or undefeated records, it's also written in courage, solidarity, and true friendship.
We're in the same place.
Floyd Mayweather shows this kind of greatness.
It might be next door to you.
I'd like to take you back for a moment to Dubai in November 2022.
Look, Dubai. I ain't even noticed they said that at the beginning. Remember what happened in Dubai? When his ass was stuck and couldn't leave? I told y'all they the ones that did that shit. That man was stuck in Dubai, man. They ain't let him go. That nigga owed the debt. How the fuck they making you owe a debt the whole time they stealing from him? And they just wanted to remind them. So this really was disrespectful. Y'all remember when Javante, look, hold on. Javante Davis says Floyd Mayweather is stuck in Dubai. Y'all remember this? They probably took that shit down. Here you go, right here.
Man. Cold bones. That too. Cold. Tell Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. You owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him get on live right now. And you owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Broken.
Oh, you fancy,
Tell him get on live right now.
Stars keyword fancy, FANCY.
Javante Tank Davis says that Floyd.
Look, so that was 2022. So they praising him, and they bring up the time he was He was motherfucking stuck in Dubai, man. So they really disrespected him right in front of his face.
We were there for a Floyd Mayweather exhibition match, and Champ turned to me and he said, "What can we give your son Jonah for his birthday gift?" It was the end of October. Jonah's birthday's in November. And then Jonah chimed in and said, "Champ, I would love it if you would come with me to Israel." And that was the beginning of connection with Israel. Because you see, when Floyd cares, he cares deeply. When he shows up fully. That spirit did not change when Israel faced its darkest day. Immediately after October 7th, Floyd did not ask what should be done, but he filled his plane with emergency supplies, private equipment, protective equipment and gear for the soldiers, and he made sure it got there fast.
He did all that, and these motherfuckers were stealing from him. He's a bitch. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Floyd's looking real bad. And for the people that's wondering why I take so much pride and joy in this, is because I fucking said this was gonna happen. I said, you understand what I'm saying? When we first covered this right here, I said this was gonna happen, man. Can't trust these people, boy. You dumbass. You the only blackface there. He might as well just painted himself as blackface. I would rather him did that. You know, Floyd Mayweather comes out as blackface as at the Republican George Coalition, whatever the fuck it is. Stupid ass nigga. They need to give him a flag, and they need to give him a hat with 2 flags on it. You know, make him look real stupid.
As a matter of fact, when the insurance company notified him that they would not cover the plane because Israel was, Floyd had a 30-second discussion with Jonah. And then Floyd said, "Get the plane there and get it there fast." Not long after that, he came himself, not once, but several times. Each visit during the war was another reminder that he does not just talk about loyalty, he lives it. We saw Floyd at Tel HaShomer Hospital, speaking with every single soldier who had lost limbs, looking them in the eye, telling them that some of the greatest fights of his life took place outside of the ring. He did not rush for a moment. He made each hero feel like the champion. Eli Bear, you hosted him at Hatzalah headquarters, and he met with volunteers, heroes who saved lives every single day. He visited a military base to give encouragement to the heroes putting their lives on the line. They set up a boxing ring, and he climbed into the ring with soldiers, not for cameras, not for publicity, simply to raise their spirits. He met
They made that nigga box. They said, "Get your bitch ass in the ring, box, bitch." That's what they told him. He probably like, "I don't want to box. You know, I'm retired." They say, "No, bitch. Get in that motherfucking ring. We need our soldiers' spirits uplifted. So get your bitch ass in the ring and box, nigga."
Israeli
Say,
special
"Yes,
ops fighters with their faces covered to protect their identities. To each and every one, he expressed respect.
Hey, yo, they had that man boxing with people that with face masks on. Y'all had to have been very uncomfortable, y'all. Can you imagine getting in the ring and boxing people that you can't even see? Your face is fully exposed, and theirs ain't. Man, fuck that. Like they painting this out a beautiful thing. I think that was very uncomfortable. Now I'm like, yo, y'all gotta at least take the face mask off. If y'all want me to box to uplift their spirits, I should at least be able to see them. You would hope so. But nope. They wasn't just nameless, they was faceless too.
Gratitude and love. This is what courage looks like when it's wrapped in compassion. This is what real friendship sounds like when it becomes action. As the great Martin Luther King once said,
Oh, shit.
Peace for Israel means security, and that security must be a reality. Floyd understands this. Floyd understands this and has stood with Israel in its hour of need. He has stood with the Jewish people when too many other celebrities and political leaders found excuses to look away. Even worse than that, we've seen politicians who claim to look out for us, but the facts on the ground are different. Have you ever heard the term Shomer Israel?
No.
To be a Shomer Israel, a guardian of Israel, is not a birthright. No one is handed that title. You earn it through action, through sacrifice, through standing up when tested.
Through
Floyd
being fucking manipulated and stupid. for being easily fooled and controlled. That's how Floyd Mayweather earned it. Yeah, man, you know, it probably is a number of ways to earn it, but that's not how Floyd earned it. He earned it by just being dumb. You know, but you can't tell him that because that's being too honest. And we know that's not what's going on over here. This is manipulation. Strong arming. You feel me?
Mayweather is the real Shomer Israel.
That's
There
how
are
he got broke.
Fairweather friends, and there are Mayweather friends. Champ, when others might have stepped
Ooh,
back,
phony.
you stepped forward. When others stayed silent, you raised your voice. You have shown us that loyalty is a privilege and brotherhood is a responsibility. So it's now my great honor to present the World Champion of Israel Award to our brother, our champion, and the undefeated defender of what is right. You have been the greatest friend to Israel and the Jewish people. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating the World Champion of Israel Award to Floyd Mayweather.
Stupid ass nigga. Dang, you dumb.
Bobby.
Yeah, they just don't know how foolish he look. Like, ain't no fucking, yo, you couldn't pay me to look like this on camera. I'm sorry, y'all. You couldn't. I don't want it. Keep the money. I rather, you know, keep my integrity intact. Like, oh, this nigga is fucking stupid. Man, they probably saying this dumbass coming a mile away. Like, he's a lick. We got to get our hands on Money May. All this flaunting he does on black people, then go over that bitch and get totally controlled. Shit is crazy.
First, I want to say thank you. You've been nothing but
Yeah, he's scared as shit.
a father-like figure, a gentleman.
A father-like figure? So, dude was a father-like figure. Jonah was your brother. Who the fuck these niggas is? Like uncles? Like, oh, this is your family now, bro? Like, god damn. So this guy's his father. That might be his cousin. He probably look at him like an uncle. Jonah is his brother. Like, yo, this man is completely lost. He lost, man.
A big brother and a special person. Jonah. When I first met Jonah, I never knew where our relationship would end up. But you have always been a stand-up person, a great guy, a great friend, and a brother that can never be replaced.
Man, yo. Hey, yo, he might be broke, yo. Motherfucker stole $175 million from him. He very well might be broke. 107. You think he got that type of money just lying around? Man, fuck no. Now, broke is not like $0. No, but he ain't got nowhere near what he's proclaiming or what they say his net worth is. Yo, the nigga stole $175 million from this nigga. That is an enormous amount of money. So yeah, he fuck around, he be broke to a certain extent.
hear certain things. We hear so many different things out here in the world about Floyd Mayweather. But one thing about Floyd Mayweather, I'm loyal. And loyalty is not an action. It's a lifestyle. So if I'm with you, Jonah, I'm with you through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's a damn shame, yo, that Jonah didn't feel the same way. Yo, listen to how he proclaimed his love for Jonah. Jonah probably be sitting back like, yo, this nigga is fucking stupid. Like, yo, really think I fuck with y'all? Yo, this nigga really believe that we are friends. He don't realize I'm just here to funnel money. I'm just here to make sure he don't never really get rich. Like, nigga, you crazy? Yo, let's do it again. He ready to go on a whole tangent about how he feels about Jonah. And we're going to get to Jonah. But we got to watch a few of these because there's a whole bunch of these online.
So many different things out here in the world about Floyd Mayweather. But one thing about Floyd Mayweather, I'm loyal. And loyalty is not an action. It's a lifestyle. So if I'm with you, Jonah, I'm with you through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, Jonah still another $175 million from his ass. Fuck him. Send that nigga to the to the motherfucking shelter. You heard me? I hope Jonah's still stealing. All right? Because these niggas stupid, y'all. You stupid. And Floyd Mayweather has been disrespectful to the black community over his course of his career. Meanwhile, you over this bitch getting manipulated by people that don't even look like you, my nigga. People that don't even fuck with you, my nigga. The black community is the reason you is who you is to this day. But he steady disrespects black people, but at the same time, over here, shining these niggas' shoes, and they stealing from his dumb ass. Stupid bitch.
Watching and has never been to Israel, it's one of the best places in the world. No matter where I travel to around the world throughout the years, I will always make that pit stop in Israel. Always.
They probably make them. They probably got a tracker on that nigga. That nigga better not fly past Israel and don't stop. They probably gonna shoot his plane down. Bitch, May. we just got, we got a ping that you in the area. Swing that bitch back round, or you gonna have a motherfucking problem, bitch. We need some money. That nigga probably they extort that nigga. They owe some he gotta check in, yo. If he's ever in Israeli space, that nigga has to check in. Like, we need a bag every time you fly through this bitch. Straight extortion. Like, fuck that. Wire transfers, something. With whatever cash you got, we need it. Then you go on your motherfucking way, bitch. Tell y'all, that's how they treat them niggas. Or if they don't treat them like that, that's how they need to treat them. I hope Israel and the Jewish people keep taking this money. Like, fuck them. Since he want to be dumb, I love it. I told y'all, I love when these things happen, y'all. I love it. I do. People can call it what they want. As pro-black as I am, I love to see a sellout get sold by the people that he brought into. I love it. Shit, Kanye. Shit, we watch Vlad do it to Boosie. Man, keep that shit coming, man. Because maybe niggas are wising up and realize that, I need to start, maybe I need to, fix some shit I got going on. But until then, keep the ball rolling. Keep smiling them niggas out. I ain't never say that wasn't the case. It's not just black people. Most people is. Most people don't got their own mind. Most people are followers.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel,
Wow.
the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Damn. This shit is crazy.
And what we keep hearing is, why, Floyd? Why? Why? Well, my best friend is Jewish. This is my brother.
Yep.
And if you have a problem with him, you have a problem with me.
Why are you 250 like that?
So, no matter what it is, when you call on me, I'm there for you guys. Always. I don't care. Social media, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna be a voice, I'm gonna be the voice, I'm gonna speak, I'm gonna stand strong, and no matter what I go through.
Look, he is in amazement. Like, damn, yo, we got some serious power. Look at this nigga, yo. He's like, yo, look at this good old boy. We need more of them. Like, we got to get more of these niggas. I swear. Look at this nigga. He is in complete amazement at what he's watching. Like, yo, this nigga is fucking stupid. That gotta be what he thinking. What y'all think he thinking right there? Because to me, it looks like he looking at this nigga like, wow, this nigga's dumb. It gotta be what he does. I can't see him thinking anything else. He can't be thinking he's a hell of a guy. No, he ain't thinking that. No, fuck no. He looking at this nigga right now like, oh, he just don't fucking know. We is stealing all his money. The fuck, the money he give us and the money we taking. Like, this nigga's fucking retarded. We probably can do this shit for another 25 years. at the rate he's going, we probably can do this for another 25 years, right? That's what he was thinking at the time.
No matter how much backlash
He's gonna be broke when he dies.
I live my life for me.
This nigga gonna have to box at 80. MMA Floyd Mayweather versus motherfucking Jake Paul. That nigga gonna be 75. Still trying to get a bag and shit, cause they fucking stole everything from him.
Bobby, to your family, to your queen, to your children, you guys have been nothing but unbelievable to me and to my family. I will always be there for you. I will always be there for your country, and I will always stand strong for your country. And I just want to say thank you to everybody in this room. You guys are truly, truly, truly. You guys, you truly, truly amazing. And I told Jonah this.
What you telling me?
I don't care where you go. I don't care where you go at around the world. You have to connect with the Jewish people. So my thing is this. This is my best friend. I love you. You're my brother. I will always be there for you, no matter what. I stand behind you, not 10%, but 100%.
Shit.
So
that's a lot, yo. 100%.
anytime it's any war, I'm on your side. Count me in.
Dang it.
Ellie, I must say thank you. You know, I've been to Israel, 9 to 10 times. Since October 7th. I will continue to come back. I will continue to help you and help the country.
They was over there coaching them. 9 since October 7th. Since October 7th, that nigga is battery controlled. I'm surprised I ain't got strings hanging from this nigga. Like, he like a fucking puppet. They might as well push. Do y'all see strings back? It might be strings back there, yo. Somebody might actually be, talking for him. Like, this nigga, though, he ain't no way he got his own thoughts. Even at this point, is this even Floyd Mayweather talking? They might got a fucking hand in his back or something. Like a stupid ass nigga.
I'm not perfect, but I strive to be a perfectionist every day. You're truly unbelievable, a great person, and I want to continue to come and work with you and help the people. It only takes 90 seconds. this is just the beginning. I mean, we still have a long road. The next generation, the next Jewish kids that's coming along, push them to be great. And what we need to tell the next generation, we need them to be more positive. We need to love one another, stand behind one another, and continue to build the country and be the best that we can be.
Now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with
Well,
Liberty
he ain't
Mutual.
done. It's countless
Where's the
videos.
golf cart?
Before we get to what Jonah is alleged to have done to him,
There it is.
let's just
Only pay for
go
what you
through a
need.
little bit of history. Yeah, man.
Hey guys, Lisa Figueroa here.
Floyd Mayweather, Israel. Like he been dick sucking these people for a long ass time.
I never would have gotten in the ring with you at all. at all. Just throw the towel in. Just throw the towel in.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Thank you for coming. It's very
Man,
important.
look uncomfortable.
35.
Wow.
5 years. By the way, everybody saw me. Trump, what does he do? Takes care of it. No, the lesson is you don't talk. Oh, you don't talk. I never would have gotten in the ring with you.
Did he tell his ass not to talk? Of course, this probably the first time he ever talked in that last joint. Let's see. There was some more videos of this nigga. Why they all shorts? All right. All right, this him visiting wounded soldiers. I wonder how often he visit rec centers.
שנייה, תנמיך, הוא רוצה להגיד כמה מילים.
Floyd, welcome to my gym.
Okay.
We have a major project here for the soldiers.
Okay, yes. I'm back again.
So, just
Look,
something in Hebrew, okay?
Yeah, of course.
yo, touched him. Look, that touch was enough for them this nigga stop talking. God damn. Look. He don't, this man doesn't look comfortable. He look like he's scared, like they beat him up in the back or something. Probably ran his pockets and shit. Yo said, I'm back. Up and back again. Nigga touched him, then nigga got quiet. Bitch, don't talk yet. Ain't time for that.
Floyd, welcome to my gym.
Okay.
We have a major project here for the soldiers.
Okay, yes. I'm back again.
So, just I'm going to say something in Hebrew, okay?
Yeah, of course.
זה לא
probably
פשוט
called him
שהוא
niggas
בא,
and
זה... אני חושב, 4 פעמים, שבע
Hands
של
in his
הקטובר
pocket.
שבא לארץ, יחזק את הכל.
That man's very uncomfortable right here. Look at his whole demeanor. It's uncomfortable.
Wow, I said... אני גר בלוס אנג'לס, ורב אחד שלח קבוצה לבית שלי, שבת. Emery was there and was in everyone. And יש לו חבר, מתן השם שלו? שמתן קבוץ על גרנייד, להציל כל החברים שלו. I told Floyd the story about Matan and how he jumped to save the whole group, and he wants to dedicate the whole trip this week, כל החבר שלו to Matan, the whole week.
Tell me your language.
הוא רוצה שכל הסחירה,
You can say in English, everyone. Most of the
memory.
כל הזיכרונות. Yeah, you can speak in English.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What you apologizing for, bro?
Wow. Thanks for having me again. I'm happy to be here. I see so many bright faces, so many beautiful people. You guys are brave warriors. I take my hats off to everyone in here that go on that battlefield. Everyone can't do your job just like everyone can't do my job. We all gotta be team players. You guys are team players. I'm proud of you all. Hold your head up high. And just know every day is a blessing. We can't take nothing for granted. And you guys are true heroes. You guys are warriors. And I'm behind you guys 100%. I'll be back, and you guys have my support.
That nigga is wild. That's all they had to do, y'all. Look.
To Israel.
Treat him like a bitch, wine and dine him real nice. We got a great suite for you, Money May. Look, they got him up there in Tel Aviv. You know, living in luxury, living lavish. That's how they got him, man.
Tell them to put you in the Mayweather suite. It's kind of like MTV Cribs, but it's Mayweather. Right here.
This free
small
promo.
Power room. Let's walk around. Show the people. You see my camera guy right there? Cameraman, camera guy. My buddy. As you guys can see. Junk food.
Niggas sell
A
out
little
for
bit of junk
anything.
food. Healthy right here. While you eating, you can
He
watch.
probably not even staying there. They probably made his ass dip after this. That's what I'd have done. For a nigga like him, I'd have made him promote my hotel and then sent his ass to the Ramada Inn. He probably stayed at the Ramada for real, y'all. This just promo. They ain't let him stay there.
TV. Little office. After you finish working.
Sent his ass to
You want the
Red
TV to
Roof.
watch you or you to watch TV. There we go. You want to play the piano? Right here. You got to be born in the 70s or the 80s to know this. That's LL Cool J, I Need Love. Let's take people down here. Come on, let's go down here. Check it out. Always got the watches on deck. So we got today. So what we got today. We got today. Attic Philippe anniversary edition. Bust that down, had to disrespect that watch. Love it. Aftermarket. AP Tourbillon Movement limited edition. Had to bust that down. Avi and Cole did that for me. As you guys can see right here, Avi and Cole down the line. Thank you guys over at Hublot. I love you guys because without you guys believing in me and also giving me that big check for a couple fights, I don't know.
Yo,
But we had a great.
his demeanor is off. Every time he's out there, his demeanor is off. Like, yo, he don't look comfortable right here. I don't know how everybody else looking at this, but this looked forced to me. Because we didn't see Mayweather pop his shit. And this ain't that.
Relationship, myself and Hublot. I still love Hublot. Avi and Cole and Hublot, the two best, hands down. Let's walk around the room. We ain't got to talk about watches. We always talk about watches. This is a walk around the room watch. We just want to walk around, low key. I know I'm always talking about diamonds, but you know, a little travel watch, a little walk around the room, a little lunch, breakfast, dinner watch, something to have some fun with. Come on. Of course, Warren Buffett. You gotta be inspired by the billions to make billions. You know that master bedroom. Let's
I
go
got a picture of a
inside.
white man in
We
here.
can go to the left. We can go to the right. Let's go to the left. As you can see, you know me, crocodile bags always. Crocodile bags always. Nancy Gonzalez, Gucci. I'm promoting all you for this week. About that for years, about health being your real wealth.
I just chill out, you know. That's what we do.
Yeah, he not staying there, y'all. He ain't staying there. They just made his ass do some promo. He probably owes some money or something. Like, man, look, bitch ass nigga. I need you to promo this hotel, man. You'll probably like, can I get a night free? They probably like, nigga, fuck no. What you think this is? Bitch, ain't nothing free over here. No free nights. Just free promo. Rabbi Mayweather. Yo, they stealing from this nigga like a motherfucker, boy. Yo, that is crazy, yo, that he ain't realize what was going on till it was too late. How the fuck you let them get 170?
Just want to say to everyone, first of all, it's such an honor to have you back. This is not the first time. This is the second time.
Well, let them know.
Yeah. Just want to say to everyone, first of all, it's such an honor to have you back. This is not the first time. This is the second time.
Well, let them know.
All right, so let's get to the lawsuit. Let's get to the lawsuit. Let's see what the fuck going on. Cause I ain't trying to be loud. So this is a 25-page lawsuit filed in New York. How the fuck you get this shit off the screen? All right. So Supreme Court of the State of New York, County of New York. Floyd Mayweather Jr. individually and on behalf of Floyd Mayweather Promotions and all the other companies. Plaintiff, Jonah, a.k.a. whatever. All right, so let's see what Floyd Mayweather is alleging. Nature of action. This action arises from a multi-year fraudulent scheme orchestrated by defendant Jonah, who Floyd Mayweather says is his best friend, and he's with him 100%, not 50, but 100%, with assistance and participation of defendants Eyal Frist, First Apex Ventures, LLC, and Alexander Silgans, I don't know. Silgans, I guess that's how you pronounce it. To misappropriate and divert not less than $175 million of plaintiff's cash, real estate equity, aircraft, jewelry, and contractual income streams. Look how long they've been getting his ass. Beginning in or about 2017, Jonah cultivated Mr. Mayweather's confidence. By 2024, Jonah had assumed the de facto role of Mr. Mayweather's investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. Listen up. Yo, look. Hold up. Beginning in or about 2017, Jonah cultivated Mr. Mayweather's confidence. I wonder how he did that. Like, yo, how you didn't see they was playing on you, bro? Like, your niggas is fucking stupid. Yo really thought they cared about y'all. There's no way he thought. I don't think he thought that. I think he just was scared to speak. Jonah had assumed the de facto role of Mr. Mayweather's investment manager. That's one job. Real estate advisor. That's another job. And banking liaison. God, then you gave this nigga 3 jobs, my nigga. You could have paid your cousin or somebody to do that shit. You could have sent your cousin to school. One of your family members to school that you trust. And you could have put them in control of all that. Not no nigga you just met. That's not even a part of your race. Stupid ass nigga. Jonah used that position of trust to redirect Mr. Mayweather funds into accounts and entities he and his confederates control. Mr. Mayweather did not know. At the time, he first reposed trust in Jonah that in 2016, Jonah had pleaded guilty in the United States District Court of the Southern District of New York to honest service wire fraud, conspiracy in violation of the U.S. Code, that Jonah had cooperated with the United States Attorney, or that Jonah had been the subject of significant civil litigation. And the nigga a rat. Separate and apart from his federal felony conviction, a civil judgment in excess of $17 million was entered against Jonah in Noble versus Jonah, Los Angeles Superior Court. Here go the case number. And is currently being enforced against him by way of charging orders. Although Jonah is the subject of a $17 million judgment, he is actively conducting business through other individuals and entities, including defendant Frisk and First Apex Ventures, LLC. The principal recipient of the diverted funds is defendant First Apex Ventures, a Florida limited liability company managed by defendant Frisk and operated under Jonah's direction. In January 1st, 2026, email to representatives of Black Spruce Management, LLC, Jonah admitted in writing that First Apex Chase account is the usual account at Chase you've been sending all your distributions to per my direction. The same email confirms that 20% of every distribution from a multi-property Manhattan portfolio in which Mr. Mayweather holds beneficial interest has been routed to that account on a continuous basis. So he is sending money. He's taking money from Mayweather and putting it into this First Apex Chase account. So whatever money Mayweather is making off some properties that he got, that nigga is taking the money and putting it into his account. Fucking stupid. Let's read that part again. In a January 1st, 2026 email to representatives of Black Spruce Management, LLC, Jonah admitted in writing that the First Apex Chase account is the usual account at Chase you've been sending all distributions to per my direction. That same email confirms that 20% of every distribution from a multi-property Manhattan portfolio in which Mr. Mayweather holds beneficial interest has been routed to that account on a continuous basis. So he's taking 20%. In direct breach of an express no assignment provision in the November 12, 2024 membership interest contract of purchase and sale to which plaintiff Vita Properties, New York LLC is a party. Among the most significant of the diverted funds is approximately $15 million in settlement proceeds attributable to claims involving SL Green Realty Company. Proceeds that by their nature and source belong to Mr. Mayweather. Those proceeds were caused to be transferred to First Apex at Jonah's direction without Mr. Mayweather's authorization. Defendant Silgerson, a New York attorney who held managing authority over the relevant disbursement accounts, has verbally admitted to Mr. Mayweather that he caused the transfer at Jonah's direction. In or about November 2025, Jonah caused Mr. Mayweather to execute a Federal Aviation Administration bill of sale for a 1996 Gulfstream. This is a plane. With the block for the purchaser left blank. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck, bro? So you signed your plane over. You sold your plane and didn't get the seller's information? Like, what the fuck? So what, you just gave your plane to yo? Yeah, that's more than likely what sounds like we're about to read. You sold your plane with the block for the purchaser left blank. Stupid. Separately, in or about August 2025, jewelry of Mr. Mayweather's with an asserted value of approximately $100,000 was placed with two Miami deals in exchange for approximately $13,000 in payments. A fraction. What the fuck, yo? He sold you $100,000 worth of jewelry for $13,000. Yo, god damn. Jesus Christ, these niggas fucking stupid. That's why he was the honorary rabbi. I would make his ass the honorary rabbi too. If I knew he was this sweet and all I had to do was send him in hotels and make him promote, I'll make his ass an honorary rabbi. You feel me? Selling his jewelry, 13,000. You know, free bands. He don't give a fuck. That shit free to him. They don't give a fuck how much it costs. Right? Give me 13,000. Fuck, I got it. Hey man, I got pay my fucking child support or something. You heard me? With a substantial portion of the jury remaining in those dealers' possessions to date. Exhibit A. Plaintiff assert claims for I, fraud against Jonah and Frisk, breach of fiduciary duty against Jonah, aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty against Frisk. Basically saying that Frisk knew about it. He not innocent in this. First Apex and Selgenson. Conversion against Jonah, Frisk, and First Apex. Accounting against all defendants, unjust enrichment and money had and received. And the alternative against Jonah, Frisk, and Frisk Apex, and whatever, the imposition of a constructive trust on the assets of First Apex Ventures LLC. Plaintiffs seek compensatory damages of not less than $175 million. Punitive damages, pre and post judgment interest of full accounting. They probably stole more than this. The imposition of a constructive trust, costs and reasonable attorney fees, and such others, and further relief as this court deems just and proper. So these are all the businesses they was funneling money out of. A residence in Las Vegas. 2 residents in Las Vegas. No. All right. Yeah. The resident in Las Vegas. Plaintiff Mayweather Promotion LLC is a Nevada limited liability company of which Mr. Mayweather is the sole and controlling member. So they was taking money from that. Plaintiff TB Aviation LLC is limited liability company owned and controlled by Mr. Mayweather. Prior to his November 2025 deposition to a 1996 Gulfstream aircraft bearing FFA registration N305DG. Company all relevant times. So another property in Miami. Another property in New York. Look, Jonah is a fucking criminal. Jonah was his handler. They set his ass up with a criminal. His dumb ass, they need to do a background check on this nigga. Like, yo, you dealing with this type of money? Not even just type of money. You dealing with people on any money level like this, yo. You gotta get a background check, my nigga. We ain't just doing nothing blindly. Yo, what you mean you don't think he's stupid? I just showed you, yo, they lined them up. They lined them up, man. He thought these people really fucked with him, man. Yo, Floyd Mayweather has disrespected black people in support of these people for years. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather dumb as a bitch. They lined him up. They never wait. Yo, he called this man his best friend. And I'm with you 100%. And I stand by you. And if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. This man ain't never feel like that about you. This man was stealing from you the whole time. Yes, Floyd Mayweather is fucking stupid. Dumb as a bitch. I hope they keep stealing from his dumb ass. For real. Because how the fuck... Yo, did you hear? Yo, this man was in control. Look, let's look at this shit. Like, yo, why would you let a person that's a criminal? That man was in control of every... Look, let's go back. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. Look, beginning in or about 2017, Jonah cultivated Mr. Mayweather's confidence. By 2024, Jonah had assumed the de facto role of Mr. Mayweather's investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. Yo, how you get this man this much power over your shit, bro? What else do you got? He's your investment manager, your real estate advisor. Yo, why would your investment manager also be your real estate advisor? You understand what I'm saying? If he's your real estate advisor should be watching your investment manager. Because if your investment is in real estate, you can't have them being, that's like a conflict of interest. And he's also your banking liaison? Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Mayweather dumb as a bitch. What you talking about? That nigga fucking slow. Ain't no flip. Just look at it, yo. Do that make sense to anybody? Anybody with a business mind, yo, does that even make logical or reasonable sense at all? All this corner he been doing for these niggas. Yeah, he chose his side. That's why I say fuck him. I ain't got no, I don't, man. I like that, man. Like I said, I hope they keep stealing. Steal some more from his ass before this shit go to court. These are stupid ass. Hold up, there's some more allegations right here. Hold on. We ain't finished. All right. All right, Jonah Recknick, or whatever, is on information and belief a resident of Beverly Hills, California. In 2016, Jonah pled guilty in United States versus Recknick in the Southern District of New York to honest service wire fraud conspiracy in violation of the U.S. Code. A civil judgment in excess of $17 million has been entered against him in Noble versus Recknick. Los Angeles Superior Court case number is being enforced via charging orders. Defendant A.L. Frisk, also known as A.L. Frisk, is on information and belief a Florida resident and managing member of Defendant Frisk Apex Ventures, LLC. Defendant Frisk Apex Ventures, LLC is a limited liability company with a principal place of business at 7300 West Camino Rail, Suite 201 in Florida. Defendant Alexander Slegenson, I don't know, is on information and belief a New York attorney. Look, they set this nigga up. You got a real estate manager, a New York attorney. All these niggas is funneling money through his dumb ass. On information and belief, a New York state attorney with principal place of business at 29th West 30th Street, New York, who at Jonah's direction was installed as managing agent over certain of Mr. Mayweather's business dealings, with sole authority to direct disbursements from single-purpose Nevada limited liability companies. They was just taking all your money. And from accounts holding settlements. Like, yo, that's what I'm saying, yo. He gave Jonah too much power. Jonah shouldn't have this power. Jonah shouldn't be able to make somebody your fucking management when he's the fucking management too. When you dealing with this type of money, you gotta have people watching people. Nobody should know each other. You heard me? It gotta be him watching him, watching him, watching him. Everybody's being watched by the other person. That's how you do that. You don't link up people that know each other and friends and did business. No, you don't do that. You're gonna lose like that. Or have Jonah go out and find you other people to be a part of your business. Fuck no. Floyd. Jonah's direction was installed as management agent over certain of Mr. Mayweather's business dealings, with sole authority to direct disbursements from single-purpose Nevada limited liability company, including plaintiff 9504 King Gate Court, LLC, and from accounts holding settlement proceeds attributable to Mr. Mayweather. Slegenson has admitted to Mr. Mayweather that he disbursed approximately $2 million in refinance proceeds and approximately $15 million in SL Green related settlement proceeds to First Apex Ventures, LLC, at Jonah's direction and without Mr. Mayweather's authorization. Defendants John Doe's 1 through 10 are presently unknown individuals or entities who acted in concert with the named defendants. Plaintiffs reserve the right to amend this complaint to identify such parties. Man, I know who it was. I'm gonna tell you, all these niggas right here was stealing from his ass. All these niggas, he was just dick sucking. Like I told y'all, we go back to this video. He out this bitch praising. He probably funded this whole event. So they designed an event where they supposed to have been praising him, but he probably funded this whole thing. Look, look, that's why they so happy. Why else would why else would they be so happy? They like, yo, we got a dumb ass nigga. Floyd, find us some more. Fuck that. They just taking all this fucking money. All these niggas probably was involved in that shit. Listen to him. Listen to him. This is how you talk about Jonah.
And there are Mayweather friends.
Look.
Champ, when others might have stepped back, you stepped forward. When others stayed silent, you raised your voice. You have shown us that loyalty is a privilege and brotherhood is a responsibility.
Listen to him. This is how they got him. This is how they got him, yo. You have shown us that loyalty is a privilege and brotherhood is a responsibility. And he's just so fucking stupid. He think these niggas really fuck with him. They don't give a fuck about you, dummy. Dumb as shit. Like, who the fuck, like, if he was my homeboy, I'd have been told him, like, you need to separate yourself from these niggas, bro. Like, what the fuck you think this is? You think they your friends? These niggas stealing from you, bro. But at the same time, praising you. Yo, that is a play. That is called manipulation. That's like throwing a rock and hiding your hand. You know, like what they call that shit. What the fuck is that? Like I can't even think of this shit.
So it's now my great honor to present the World Champion of Israel Award to the Jewish people. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in celebrating.
And he be shitting on Michigan. He be shitting on Michigan, man. The whole time he got you ain't over here, and these people don't give a fuck about you at all. They just they just know you a lick.
Celebrating the World Champion of Israel Award to Floyd Mayweather.
Bobby, first I want to say thank you. You've been nothing but a father-like figure, a gentleman, a big brother, and a special person. Jonah. When I first met Jonah, I never knew where our relationship would end up. But you have always been a stand-up person, a great guy, a great friend, and a brother that can never be replaced.
Look, that can never be replaced. Come on, y'all. This man is fucking stupid. I bet you trying to replace his ass now. Look. So this is how they cultivated the cultivation of Mr. Mayweather's trust. Mr. Mayweather is a 5-time division professional boxing champion with no formal post-secondary education and no formal training in finance, accounting, or real estate, or commercial law. Mr. Mayweather has, at all times relevant, relied on advisors, attorneys, accountants, and managers to handle his financial and transactional affairs. In or about 2017, Jonah was introduced to Mr. Mayweather Over the following years, Jonah represented himself to Mr. Mayweather as a sophisticated real estate investor and cultivated a relationship and business relationship with Mr. Mayweather. At the time Mr. Mayweather first reposed trust in Jonah, he was not informed by Jonah or others of A, Jonah's 2016 guilty plea in the United States versus Jonah, Jonah's cooperation with the United States attorneys, or the civil fraud judgment entered against Jonah in Noble versus Jonah, Los Angeles Superior Court. By 2023 and increasingly through 2024, Jonah had assumed the de facto role of Mr. Mayweather's investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison, among other things. God damn it. Is there other things? What the fuck? He was a chef too? Was he his chef and his limousine driver? Like what the fuck? Was he security? You should have just made this man everything. Just have him in control of your whole life, Floyd. Yeah, I know, I agree. Jonah, A, directed which counterparts Mr. Mayweather entities were to pay and when. Inserted itself into Mr. Mayweather's personal staffing, banking, and jet operations. Correlated draft press release for Mr. Mayweather's approval announcing a purported $402 million acquisition. Oh, so he the one. Oh. So he the one that even got Mayweather into these fucking buildings. Remember he said he owned these buildings in Manhattan? And caused the formation of a single-purpose Nevada limited liability companies in respects to Mr. Mayweather's residence, with defendant Slagerson installed as managing agent. Mr. Mayweather reposed his confidence in Jonah, and Jonah accepted that trust. A constructive, father-son relationship arose between them, imposing on Jonah's duties of loyalty, care, and good faith owed to Mr. Mayweather and to plaintiff entities controlled by Mr. Mayweather. By July 1st, 2024, a 12-month investment wire of $7,500,000 to First Apex on or about July 1st, 2024, at Jonah's direction, Mayweather Promotions wired $7,500,000 from his Wells Fargo account to First Apex at JP Morgan Chase Bank. Jonah represented to Mr. Mayweather that the funds would be deployed in a 12-month investment vehicle, generating a return for Mr. Mayweather's benefit. The wire instruction, a true and correct copy of which is annexed hereto as Exhibit B, bore the notion, 12-month investment. No investment was made. No return was paid. No documentation of any underlying investments has been provided to plaintiff. The principal has not been returned. He just stole the money. And then in July, Coconut Property Loan and Gulfstream, just the aircraft. In July 2024, Jonah orchestrated a $13 million financing from Hankey Capital, LLC, secured by Mr. Mayweather Real Property at 288 South Coconut Lane, Miami Beach, Florida, then owned by plaintiff whoever, LLC. Of those loan proceeds, $6,500,000 was dispersed to whatever LLC for the purchase of a 1996 Gulfstream G5 aircraft. Only approximately $4 million. Less than 1/3 of the loan proceeds was made available to Mayweather Promotions. Hold on. Orchestrated a $13 million financing. So he took $13 million out of his account. Then those loans was dispersed for the purchase of the. So he took $4 million right here. So he basically told him that the plane was he was selling the plane for $13 million. Sold the plane for $6,500. And stole $4 million. So basically he got a loan. He got a loan from the bank for $13 million. secured by he got a loan from the bank through Mr. Mayweather's real property through his LLC, financing from Hanky, secured by it might be for then owned by a plaintiff, whatever, for go say LLC. Of those loan proceeds, $6,500,000 was dispersed to this for the purchase of the plane. Only approximately $4 million, less than 1/3 of loan proceeds, was made available to Mayweather Promotions. So he only got $4,000. He only got $4 million back. He got a loan for $13,000. Bought the plane for $6,000. Well, bought the plane and sold it for $6,000, and Jonah walked away with not $6,000, $6 million, and Jonah walked away with $4 million. Did I read that correct? Is that what that says, y'all? Oh, sure, the $13 million financing from Hanky Capital LLC, secured by Mr. Mayweather, real property at 288 South Coconut Lane, Miami Beach, Florida, the Coconut property, then owned by a plaintiff, LLC. Of those loan proceeds, $6,500,000 was dispersed to N305DG LLC for the purpose of the string. All right. So he bought a loan. He got a loan from the bank from $13,000. He got the loan under Mayweather Promotions, real under this property. Bought the plane for $6,500,000, and he kept $4 million to himself. That's what the fuck happened. I just had to read it a few times so I could understand what was going on. The October 10th, 2024 Hanky Cross collateralized loan and an unauthorized diversion of $8 million. On October 10th, 2024, Hanky Capital LLC funded a $16,400,000 cross collateralized loan secured by First Lanes on 4 of Mr. Mayweather's real estate properties. And so he was getting loans from this bank using Floyd Mayweather properties. As reflected in the closing summary of wire transfers annexed hereto as Exhibit C, on the same day, $8,811,463.77 of the loan proceeds was wired directly to First Apex. So he got another loan for $16 million using Floyd Mayweather, and he sent $8 million to his business. What the fuck? While only $2,500,000 was wired to Floyd Mayweather Promotions. Mr. Mayweather did not authorize that allocation. Plaintiff was never received an adequate explanation for the diversion. All right, you want me to slow down? I got you, because that is fucking me up. But y'all understand what he did right here? So basically what he was doing is he was getting loans through Mayweather properties and basically either only spending a portion of his loan on what he was directed to, not directed because he was doing it on his own, but only spent a portion of the loan on what he said he was going to spend the money on, and then basically pocketing the rest. That's what Joe was doing. That's what he was doing. So far, that's what I'm getting. Approximately $8,800,000 of loan proceeds to First Apex. Hold on, let me go back. Let's read that again, so we can just go straight through. On October 10th, 2024, Hanky Capital LLC funded a $16,400,000 cross-collateralized loan secured by First Lanes on 4 of Mr. Mayweather's real estate properties. As reflected in the closing summary of wire transfers annexed hereto as Exhibit C, on the same day, $8,811,463.77 of the loan proceeds was wired directly to First Apex Ventures, LLC, while only $2,500,000 was wired to Mayweather Promotions. Mr. Mayweather did not authorize that allocation. Plaintiffs have never received an adequate explanation for the diversion of approximately $8,800,000 of loan proceeds to First Apex and have never received any return benefit or accounting in respect to First Apex receipt of those funds. On November 12, 2024, Black Spruce membership agreement and its express no assignment provision. On November 12, 2024, plaintiff Vita Properties, New York LLC, y'all know I got an accent, y'all. Purchaser. And Black Spruce Development LLC, as seller, executed a membership interest contract of purchase and sale. The Black Spruce Agreement. Under the Black Spruce Agreement, Vita Properties, New York LLC acquired 5% of the Class A membership interest in Morningside Affordable Housing Group LLC. Section 12.8 of the Black Spruce Agreement provides expressly that neither the parties nor any other signatories hereto, including without limitation, Josh Gottlieb and Floyd Mayweather, may assign or transfer their respective rights or obligations under this agreement without the prior written consent of all the other parties. The Section 12.8 consent provision requires the prior written consent of all parties to the Black Spruce Agreement, not Mr. Mayweather alone. Plaintiffs are informed and believe, and on that basis allege, that Black Spruce Development LLC and the other seller-side parties never gave the prior written consent required by Section 12.8 to any assignment of distribution rights from any Vita Properties entity to First Pax Ventures LLC. To the extent Mr. Mayweather may have signed any document directing distribution to First Apex, he did so at the direction of Jonah without informed consent and in reliance on Jonah's position of trust. The November 6, 2024 distribution letter in First for Sale Holding out as manager. On November 6, 2024, at Jonah's direction, Mr. Mayweather executed by DocuSign a distribution proceeds letter corrected, addressed to New Amsterdam. I guess that's what they say. Yeah, New Amsterdam. Concerning the three Vita Properties entities, a true and correct copy of which is annexed hereto as Exhibit D. The letter directed that 80% of distributions he paid to Mayweather Promotions, LLC, and that 20% be paid to First Annex Ventures, LLC. Defendants signed the letter as manager. First had not been appointed by any corporate act of any Vita Property entities as a manager, officer, member, employee, agent, or signatory of any Vita Property entities, and First held no such office. In fact, First's signature as manager was a misrepresentation of office made to induce Mr. Mayweather and counterparties to treat First as authorized when he was not. In December 23rd, 2024, it was a 6th Avenue letters of intent in the diversion of $1 million deposit to Pristine Jewelers. On December 23rd, 2024, 5 executed counterparts of a binding purchase letter of intent with the respect of 1196 6th Avenue, New York, were circulated and signed by DocuSign, each bearing Mr. Mayweather's signature as purchaser on behalf of Vita Properties. So he was using Mayweather businesses to buy things, but Mayweather wasn't co-signing none of this shit. Like, he just was doing it. True and correct copies of the 5 counterparts are annexed hereto collectively as Exhibit E. Each counterpart reflected a purchase price of $27,000 and $50,000 wire upon signing of letter of intent, and a $1 million non-refundable deposit upon signing of sale contract. The 5 counterparts bearing 5 different seller-side signatories: Joe Gilbert, Meg Kaplan, Ronald Kaplan, Lisa Kaplan Gordon, and Beth Bonger, no part of the what the fuck is that word? Contemplated transaction was completed for Mr. Mayweather's benefit. I can't pause. Bang, 5 different seller sides and toys. Joe Gilliam, man. No part of the contemplated transaction was completed for Mr. Mayweather's benefit. So Vital Properties is a property that Mayweather owns, obviously. Correct copies of the 5 counterparts are annexed here to collectively as Exhibit E. Each counterpart reflected a purchase price of $27,000. 50,000 wire upon signing the letter of intent. So these people should be co-conspirators. Because they all stole money. On or about January 10th, 2025, $1 million deposit paid by or on behalf of Mr. Mayweather in connection with the proposed acquisition of 1196 6th Avenue was diverted at Jonah's direction and Cosby paid to Prestine Jewelers, New York City, New York Incorporated. The proposed acquisition of 1196 6th Avenue did not close. No funds were returned. So did he even get the jewelry? Oh, this shit crazy. Let's see. On December 26, 2024, a letter was issued on the letterhead of NELPAC 1196 Company LLC, addressed to the tenants of 1196 6th Avenue, announcing that the properties would be sold to an entity controlled by Floyd Mayweather. A true and correct copy of the letter is annexed here too as Exhibit F. The letter was signed by Joe Gilbert as managing member of NELPAC 1196 Company LLC and countersigned by L. Frisk, CEO of Vital Properties. Oh, so that's the all right. So Vital Properties was the other guy that's been stealing. So they all out here just basically swinging his money around, and he not benefiting from none of this shit. They swinging his money around between their little friend group. You feel me? If Floyd Mayweather just in Israel, getting honorary rabbi accolades and shit. Frisk has never been appointed as chief executive officer of any Vital Properties entities by Mayweather. All right, so what the fuck? So now we got a backtrack. So Vital Properties is Floyd Mayweather's, like I said, but Jonah decided to make this Frisk dude the manager of Vital Properties, but Floyd Mayweather never co-signed any of this. So that's how they all stealing. They all is running his properties and his business ventures, but he's not aware of any of this shit. This shit is all going on behind his back. The representation of such office on the December 26, 2024 letter was accordingly false and made up for the purpose of inducing reliance by tenants and counterparts on first apparent authority that did not exist. The first holding out was undertaken in furtherance of Jonah's scheme and to the detriment of Mr. Mayweather and the Vital Property entities. On February 6, 2025, Black Spruce Development LLC and its co-issuers transmitted to L. Frisk, Vital Properties, a letter confirming that Vital Properties NYC LLC had acquired interest in 3 portfolios for aggravated document acquisitions, consideration of the $31,500,000 of which only a normal amount has been received by Mr. Mayweather as return on investment. Oh, nominal. A true and correct copy of the February 6, 2025 letterhead is annexed as Exhibit G. God dang, they've been hitting this nigga for years. Motherfucking years. Hold up, bro. On March 31st, 2025, articles of organization were filed with the Office of Secretary of State of Nevada in respect to 9504 King Gate LLC. The articles were signed and filed by defendant Slagerson as organizer, and named manager was whatever. And the registered agent's address was the very property that the LLC would. And the registered agent address was the very property that the LLC would. 16 days later, take title to and refinance. On March 31st, 2025, articles of organization were filed with the Office of Secretary of State of Nevada in respect to this property. The articles were signed and filed by defendant, whatever, as organizer and named manager. So he was the organizer and manager. And the registered agent address was the very property. So, what the fuck? Take title. And so he basically made himself the head of this whole thing and just controlled that shit for real. He was the organizer, the manager, and the address went to the same property. And then he would take the title and to refinance. Well, we don't even know how much that was worth. On April 2nd, 2025, an operating agreement of 9504 King Gate Court was executed, executed by DocuSign, naming Mr. Mayweather as the sole member, installing Wiscom as initial manager. Oh, so that's how he took it over. And then he got Floyd Mayweather to sign it. A true and correct copy of which is annexed here too as Exhibit H. Mr. Mayweather executed the operating agreement at Jonah's direction. Mr. Mayweather had never met dude, never interviewed him, and never agreed any compensation agreement with him. Yes, I read that right. He basically made himself the owner of all of this and then just got Floyd Mayweather to sign it. So he just took that shit over. On April 16, 2025, 15 days after the LLC formation, the 9504 King Gate Court property was refinanced with U.S. Bank for $8 million. God damn, as reflected in the closing documents annexed here to as Exhibit I of the refinance proceeds. $6,057,280 was applied to pay off the existing Hankey Capital loan. And $2,127,826 was dispersed as balance due to buyer. So they stole his money and just gave him a piece. So they still basically got him for like what, 8,000. He refinanced for 6. Or the profit was 6,000. And they only gave Mayweather 2, so they walked away with $4 million. That is to Slagerson managed property 9504 King Gate, of which Mr. Mayweather is the sole member. The same dude has admitted to Mr. Mayweather in a telephone call subsequent to the closing that he caused the $2,127,826 in that refinance proceeds to be transferred to First Apex. Oh, so say he ain't getting the money off that either. They sent the money. Yo, so all three of these guys, yo, was just juggling your money. They just was stealing from him. And he just sitting back signing shit. This was stealing from him. But Jonah put all this play together. So basically what it looked like is Jonah then put together a team of 3 or more, and they basically just stole your money. That's what they did. The diversion of $15 million in SL Green related settlement proceeds. So the same guy has further admitted to Mr. Mayweather that he caused approximately $15 million in settlement proceeds attributable to claims involving SL Green Realty Corporation. Proceeds that by their nature and source belong to Mr. Mayweather. to be transferred to First Apex Ventures, LLC, at Jonah's direction and without Mr. Mayweather's authorization. First Apex Venture, LLC has never had any contractual or other entitlement to receive any portion of those proceeds. So head back to the jeweler. On August 2025, pledge of Mr. Mayweather's jewelry to 2 Miami dealers. In or about August 2025, jewelry of Mr. Mayweather with an asserted value of approximately $100,000 was caused by Jonah to be pledged to or placed in the possession of Joe Vigo Morado, a Miami jewelry dealer, and Mato, a separate Miami dealer. The aggravated consideration received in connection with those pledges was approximately $13 million, less than 14% of asserted value of the jewelry. A substantial portion of the pledged jewelry remains in the possession of Joe Amato, and no accounting has been provided to Mr. Mayweather. On information and belief, the consideration received was diverted by Jonah and not paid to Mr. Mayweather. Well, he lost money anyway. He sold $100,000 worth of his jewelry. He sold $100,000 worth of his jewelry for 13 bands. Just stealing from this nigga, man. Fucking stupid. On a 4-person iMessage thread that included Mr. Mayweather, Joe Mato, and Jonah, a true correct copy of which is annexed hereto as Exhibit J, Joe issued a written demand stating that if I do not receive a large payment on monies due, I will start to liquidate merchandise. Jonah responded, agreed, thanks. Jonah had no authority for Mr. Mayweather to authorize any such liquidation. So it's the aircraft now. In or about November 2025, at Jonah's direction, Mr. Mayweather executed a FFA aircraft bill of sale on AC Form 8050-2 for aircraft N30 N305DG Gulfstream G5, manufacturer serial number 1139. As manager of TB Aviations, LLC, the name seller, the block for the purchaser was left blank. The stated consideration was, what the fuck is that? Mr. Mayweather does not know who acquired the aircraft. Of course you did. Of course you don't know who acquired it because the purchaser was left blank. Like, why would you? Education, man. Education is key, yo. I just had to talk to my home. Yo, you gotta have. Yo, you cannot just be giving people blank checks. You understand? Or you can't do that, yo. People blank money orders. And, man, fill that shit out yourself, man. Like, you sold the plane, but you didn't even know who you were selling it to. So did you really sell a plane or did they just steal a motherfucker? And you got no money back. So he just gave away his plane. Yeah, the nigga just gave his plane away, right? Mr. Mayweather has received no accounting of the proceeds. On information and belief, the proceeds were applied to Bugatti-related obligations and otherwise diverted to First Apex, with no portion paid to Mr. Mayweather or TB Aviations. On January 1st, 2026, email in the continuing 20% diversion. On January 1st, 2026, Jonah transmitted an email caption, distribution for Upper Manhattan portfolio, to recipients identified as Harrison Joshua. All right, a true and correct copy of which is annexed hereto as Exhibit K, directing that 80% of distribution be paid to Mayweather Promotions, LLC, and that 20% be paid to First Apex Venture. The usual account at Chase you've been sending all your distributions to, per my direction. That email confirms that 20% diversion to First Apex has continued on a recurring basis. Well, that's not how it was supposed to go. I thought that was just one sale. Because he's not, it depends on where you get your money from. Like, he didn't get his money from being, educated. He got his money from boxing. And a lot of times these niggas think that as long as you got white people around you, they're gonna make sure you straight. These the same people that don't want to do business with their own people. The same people like a Wilder or Gilly who say, I'm getting money with the white guys. And like, yo, these are the niggas that fuck you over, bro. Yo, we don't be doing this type of shit to each other, man. On this level. They stole $175 million from this nigga. He could have put me in charge of that shit. I'd have figured it out. We wouldn't have, shit. I wouldn't have stole nothing, but I wouldn't even have fucked up $175 million worth for your money, my nigga. Like, god damn. So, but he wasn't only just taking 20%, he was taking 20% and he was stealing. So on one end, he getting 20% reoccurring payments. And on the other end, he's still stealing. And this for the plane that Floyd Mayweather don't even know who the fuck got it. Upon information and belief, First Apex Ventures LLC has functioned as the de facto depository for funds belonging to plaintiff, and that Jonah has caused to be diverted. First controls First Apex as his managing member. Jonah controls the application of funds in First Apex Chase account, as Jonah himself acknowledged in writing in the January 1st, 2026 email referenced above. Wissacom admission that he dispersed approximately $17 million in identifiable funds to First Apex at Jonah's direction further corroborates Jonah's control. Each deposit into First Apex of funds belonging to plaintiff accordingly occurred to the benefit of defendant Jonah, Frisk, and Frisk Apex. Defendant Jonah made the following material misrepresentation of fact to Mr. Mayweather, each of which Jonah knew was false when made, and each of which Jonah made with intent of inducing Mr. Mayweather's reliance, namely A, in or about late June 2024 and through July 1st, 2024, that the $7,500,000 wires to First Apex was a 12-month investment vehicle that would generate a return for Mr. Mayweather's benefit. B, on or before October 10th, 2024, that the $16,400,000 Hanky Cross collateralized loan proceeds were being applied for Mr. Mayweather's benefit and operating use. C, between the 8th and the 13th of October 2024, and continuing thereafter, that Mr. Mayweather was acquiring a 62-building, 1,000 apartment Manhattan portfolio for $402 million against a represented value of $500 million, when in fact the only acquisition documented was a 5% Class A membership interest in Morningside Affordable Housing Group LLC for aggravated document acquisition. So that's why people say he lied. Remember Mayweather made that announcement that he just bought all these buildings? He really didn't. He really didn't. He really just put 5% into Morningside Affordable Housing Group, LLC. You feel me? He had a Class A membership. I don't know how much money he spent, though, for this 5%. No, I don't think he ever, I think he lied to him about the buildings. He never acquired the buildings. What he did was he had an acquisition documented as 5% Class A membership interest in Morningside Affordable Housing Group, LLC, for aggravated document acquisition, considering of 31. So he was going to give him $31,500,000 to be a 5% owner in Morningside Affordable Housing Group. In conversion during 2024 and 2025, and that the SL Green related settlement proceeds would be applied for Mr. Mayweather's benefit, when in fact Jonah had directed Wiscom to divert approximately 15 million of those proceeds to First Apex. And E, on a continuing basis from 2017 through 2026, that Jonah was acting in Mr. Mayweather's best interest in faithfully discharging the role of investment manager, real estate advisor, and confidant that he had assumed. Owing to Mr. Mayweather the duties of constructive father, Jonah also fraudulently concealed from Mr. Mayweather material facts that Jonah had a duty to disclose, including, namely, A, the diversion of more than half of the October 10th, 2024 Hanky loan proceeds to First Apex, B, the routing of 20% of every Manhattan portfolio distribution to First Apex on a continuing basis, C, the installation of defendants, whatever, as managing agent of plaintiff 9504 King Gate Court LLC for the purpose of acting as Jonah disbursement agent. D, the disbursement of refinance proceeds and SL Green related settlement proceeds to First Apex. And E, the pledging of jewelry valued at approximately $100,000 against consideration of only approximately $13,000, none of which was paid over to Mr. Mayweather. Defendant first participated in and substantially assisted Jonah misrepresentation and omissions by, among other things, signing the November 6, 2024 distribution proceeds letter as manager of Vita Properties when he held no such office, and by countersigning the December 26, 2024 tenant letter as CEO of Vita Properties. So he was the manager and CEO when he held no such office. So that's how he put the other guy in control, because he was the manager and CEO. And then he eventually relinquished the property to the Slagerson guy. First, Frisk false holdings out of corporate office were made to induce Mr. Mayweather and a third party counterparties to treat Frisk as authorized when he was not. Mr. Mayweather justifiably relied on the foregoing misrepresentations and omissions as a direct and proximate result of defendant Jonah and Frisk fraud. Plaintiff had been damaged in the amount of not less than $175 million to be determined at trial. Defendant Jonah and Frisk acted with malice and conscious disregard for the rights of plaintiff. Plaintiffs are entitled to an award of punitive damages. A constructive father-son relationship existed at all relevant times between Mr. Mayweather and defendant Jonah. That relationship arose by virtue of Jonah's assumption of the de facto role of Mr. Mayweather investment manager, real estate advisor, and banking liaison. Jonah's direction over the deposition of Mr. Mayweather's funds, accounts, and entities. Jonah's installation of this guy as managing agent over Mr. Mayweather's single purpose Nevada Limited liability companies and disbursement accounts, and Mr. Mayweather's reposing of confidence and trust in Jonah in respect of those affairs. The constructive father-son relationship imposed by Jonah the duties of loyalty, candor, care, and good faith owed to Mr. Mayweather and the plaintiff entities controlled by him. Jonah breached those fatherly duties by, among other things, namely A, directing the diversion of Mr. Mayweather funds to First Apex and other entities he and his confederates controlled, B, engaging in self-dealing without disclosure or informed consent, C, concealing material facts from Mr. Mayweather that Jonah had a duty to disclose, D, placing his own interests in those of his confederates ahead of Mr. Mayweather's, and E, causing and facilitating the public and written holdings out of defendant Frisk as manager and CEO of Vita Properties. During the period of constructive father-son control, knowing he had no such office, had been duly conferred on Frisk. What? During the period of his constructive father-son control, knowing that no such offices had been duly conferred on Frisk. All right, got you. Defendant Frisk Frisk Apex, and whatever, each had actual knowledge of Jonah's father-side duties to Mr. Mayweather and of Jonah's breaches of those duties. Whatever, admission that he dispersed approximately 17 million to Frisk Apex at Jonah's direction and without Mr. Mayweather's authorization. Admission described in paragraphs 17, 42, and 43 above. Evidence that the dude actual knowledge of the impropriety of those disbursements. First, execution of the November 6, 2024 distribution proceed letter as manager and the December 26, 2024 tenant letter as CEO of Vital Properties. Office Frisk did not hold. Evidence of Frisk's actual knowledge that the conduct in which he was participating was undertaken without prior authorization. First, Frisk Apex acceptance and retention of identifiable funds belong to plaintiff. Evidence Frisk Apex actual knowledge of the same. It's evidence. So Frisk acceptance and retention of identifiable funds. All right, got you. That's basically just the same shit over and over again. These niggas should go to jail for this. Like, this shouldn't even be no motherfucking civil lawsuit. If these was black people that did this shit to him, they'd be getting locked up for this shit. This shit wouldn't be no damn civil lawsuit. These motherfuckers stole hella bread from y'all, but this is the fuck you'll get for being a sellout. This is what selling out gets you. You know what I mean? This is what selling out gets you, man. You keep thinking them people your friend. Wait till they swindle Charleston White, dumbass. Cause you know he one of them niggas too. Charleston White one of them niggas that think them people care about him and Aiden Ross this, Aiden Ross that. They gonna fuck him too. That's what they do. They find a nice dumb nigga, convince him that we got your best interests at heart, and you need to sell your own people out, have you buy into it, and then they fucking swindle you. You know what I mean? That's what they do. If I got tired of reading, that should give me a headache. But man, everybody enjoy that holiday. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share the live. It's another day. Keep it G News, and I'm out.